something that I think I noticed, and we're going to look at some of the film here, is so he talked about playing with that shoulder injury last year. And coming out, one of the things that I thought I saw on tape a lot for Caelen Carson, this is a physical guy. He'll come down, he'll tackle, he's physical, cornerback, quick trigger, etc. All that stuff. Again, not a guy I thought, was going to be all pro right away or anything like that, but I thought he could have a home in the slot. But in general, I just thought, okay, this kid has some tools you can play with here. But then after a promising start in week 1, got baptized, right? Over the next couple of weeks, got injured trying to play with a shoulder injury, and it just didn't work out. Sent him to IR, and he was on IR for a very, very long time. But I want to take a look at a couple different plays from Caelen Carson. So one of the things that I really liked about what I saw from Caelen Carson in this game was one of the physicality that he played with in the run game, which we'll get to some of those later. But he looked very comfortable in this game. He looked like he was seeing things well. And for a guy who played in his first action on a defense who we know these defensive backs were not seeing things well at all. Caelen Carson's at the top of the screen right here. And the reason why I'm highlighting this play is because we've seen in situations this year where these type of concepts have tripped up the Cowboys. It looks like it's going to be a cover 3 type situation. So we want all these guys back here, right? That's what you're going to see on this play. However, the reason why I wanted to highlight it, because we're going to get some motion right here, and I wanted to highlight the actual concept. It's a staple concept in the NFL, dagger concept, right? Where we're trying to get a deep dig to pull that deep defender and to open up a whole bunch of space behind it with Trey McBride. And that's what looked like was about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. So again, that deep dig coming inside because we're trying to pull down this defender to open up this space back here, right? And for the most part, oh, by the way, ignore the front. We'll get to that in a second. Ignore the pass rush. Just want to highlight the IQ that we saw from Caelen Carson. So this route or this type of route or confusion, what have you, has been getting the Cowboys defensive backs a lot this season. But watch Caelen Carson. He initially looks like, he's about to bite down on that dig. Well, our end route, as we let the play keep going, look at his adjustment, though. Smoothly. Oh. Well, Sky, that's no big deal. It's a big deal to me after watching how this Cowboys secondary has played these specific things. He smoothly transitions to playing the deep ball. Now the play is over because he dumped it off. But he essentially eliminates that. Now, can you imagine if Carson bites down? Now, the pressure is here if you want to look. But just for a second, just trying to highlight the coverage. For a second, if there is no pressure here, and Caelen bites down, this is wide open. Or if you want to continue up, whatever, it's wide open. And to see that he recognized that, because ladies and gentlemen, that has not been recognized. Just let you know that. Like, these quarterbacks have been letting these type of concepts trip them up for most of the season. And, shouts out to whoever the defense or player they dumped it off to. Made my man's miss here. Just a little embarrassing there by old number 14, Marquise Bell. But bottom line is Caelen Carson, I think, made a great read. And this wasn't the only time. I just want to highlight that one specifically. He had another play where he was in Marvin Harrison's Jr.'s chest the entire way through on a press technique one-on-one. Y'all, one-on-one. He did not get targeted in this game. Didn't give him any receptions because he wasn't targeted. None of that. This video is sponsored by our good friends over at Mint Mobile. All right, listen, if you're tired of your phone bill looking like a card note every month, it might be time to switch things up. Mint Mobile reimagined the wireless game. No stores, no salespeople, none of that. Everything's easy and online. You still get premium wireless without the premium price tag with unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. I'm sure you've heard that, but they really mean it. They even throw in free calling to Mexico, Canada, the UK, plus hotspots included, and 10 gigabytes on the unlimited plan. The best part, you're in control. Mint lets you choose your data between 5, 15, 20 gigabytes or unlimited. And they've got this bulk saving setup where the more months you grab up front, 3, 6, or 12, the more you save. And right now you can unlock Mint's lowest price of the year. Pay $15 a month for an unlimited premium plan across 3, 6, or 12-month options. That's 50% off of premium wireless, all backed by the nation's largest 5G network. So if your carrier is out here taxing you like Uncle Sam, go to mintmobile.com and keep that money where it belongs, in your pockets. But what I also liked about Carson in this game here was his ability to defend the run and his physicality. This is why I believe that shoulder injury, it might be a wrap. Like, he might be fine. This is Caelen Carson down here at the bottom of the screen. And you're going to see him take on guards a couple times here. So initially, he fires inside, but watch his ability to adjust as he sees, okay, they're pulling this guard. I have to get outside this guard's shoulder to force this back inside to my linebacker help, which is going to be right here, right? We want to force this ball back inside to Kenneth Murray. Now, it may look like, oh, he just got pushed outside. Sure. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Carson initiates the contact to get his head on the other side of the offensive lineman's helmet, the peak, to make this this running back, cut it back inside to your defensive help. And he also keeps his arm free in case he does come on the outside. If he does not force this thing back inside, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we just go right. There's no help, right? So, yeah, the offensive lineman pushes him a little bit, but look who makes the play. Kenneth Murray. This is a really good play. This is being physical, not being afraid of dealing with the contact by, I think that's Will Hernandez. That's a big boy, by the way. Okay. Here's Caelen Carson again right here. Now, this is just him being a bit of a bully. I just kind of like how he ain't taking no shit from this wide receiver. Great play, by the way, by these linebackers doing their job, but you can't focus on Carson real quick. Hey, you want to play patty cake with me? Man, get the fuck. Hey, look. Again, get off. Sky, what do you mean? This ain't no big deal. I'm just saying the physicality that Caelen Carson shows here, where he's like, I'm not going to let you just play patty cake with me right here. Boom. Knock back. Get the hell off of me. Try to get in on a play. He didn't make a play. It's just the physicality I wanted to show. This one, though, he did make the play. Once again, here's Caelen Carson. And this is something you have to do in this scheme. Earlier, we talked about how he took on the pulling guard and forced it back inside. This was just, this is textbook here. So once again, he's reading the play, sees there's a pulling guard, fires down. This is the click trigger I talk about. Gets square, realizes, okay, again, I have to play outside contain, because if I don't, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Initiates contact again, textbook, but gets his head on this side of the defensive offensive lineman. Why? Because if he decides to come out this way, I still have a free hand to try to attempt to make a play. Instead, he forces it back inside to what? Our help. To our rallying help. Not only does he do that, that is a 300 and something pound offensive lineman, ladies and gentlemen. He disengages and gets in on the tackle. Look, I'm not saying Caelen Carson is a world beater. What I do want to highlight is that he shows some good things in this game in his debut. There were some people on Twitter saying, hey, yeah, but who cares, the defense and that. I'm like, hey, y'all, you're reading too much into this thing. I'm just talking about Carson. I just wanted to highlight his performance in his debut and show that, hey, man, this kid showed some good things in this game. This was some tape that I'm pretty sure he's going to watch and say, I can build off this.